Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel, and to all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And to those who haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. So today we are at the Bolsover Castle, and there are a lot of events in this castle today. They have the legendary joust, where two knights on horses would be clashing against each other, and then they also have medieval music, medieval storytellers, and they also feature the soldiers during the War of the Roses, which portrays the use of the longbows, the English longbows, and the use of cannons. So I'm gonna show you today these events as we go around the castle. Good.
And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together for the gun crew to open this show. And I'm going to ask you to continue this whooping, your loudest whoops and cheers, ladies and gentlemen, for the finest weapon England has ever put on the battlefield. Ladies and gentlemen, the mighty English longbow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this bent piece of wood with a string on the end of it is responsible for taking England from being a small, isolated island nation to an absolute continental superpower. They would make up 2/3 of any medieval army. Now, you would start by training as a longbowman from a very young age, because it was law to practice for at least an hour a day, 2 hours on holy days, such as today, with the sword or the bow. And you would start that at the age of 7. Now, that law came in 1348. Now, another law that was also inherent with the archery was that fathers were required to fashion or purchase for their sons a longbow to match their new height at each of their birthdays from the age of 7 to the age of 16. That law, ladies and gentlemen, has not been repealed. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please. So, gunners, are you ready? Crossbowmen, are you ready? Archers, are you ready? Brilliant. Right. 3, 2, 1. Loose.
There you go.
And they're going. And this sort of speed is what the medieval battlefield is all about. This is what you are training up to be able to do. Now, it's worth noting at the moment, our archers will put in some impressive shooting tallies. They're using 30-pound bows. By the time that you have reached fighting age, you're using a 150 to 180-pound draw weight bow. You can shoot that over a quarter of a mile.
Verwies nu dein Kraft. Dein Kraft, worden garen sinnig haft, seit de meien Sinnenschaft auf der hat verstochen. Vor dem Walden auf dem Plan sieht man Wolken lichten stand, lichte Blumen Wolken, der hat nicht gesprochen. Gab es unter doch ein Wunder, solches Kunde ich vernahm, Mann und Frauen müssen schauen in dem Morgen ohne Scham, widerlichen Meien-Schar, steht die Glatz im Kopf vor, junge Mädchen nehmen vor, liebet unbesprochen.
What does it sound like they're playing music of a good colour?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our joust at Bolsover Castle. I hope you are all in fine voice and ready to meet your knights, yes? Then without further ado, let us introduce them. The first of them, representing the legend of the Argo, wearing a fine carrack ship upon his helmet, please welcome, clad all in gold, Mr. Daniel Calvert and Esteban.
So Daniel Calvert and Esteban, they have been very successful already this weekend, scoring 3 victories of 4. Certainly one to watch on the field today. And remember what I said about the showmanship, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you get yourself noticed, by representing a figure of legend, the Argo.
Next to our tilt yard. Ladies, be still your beating hearts. Here comes the most eligible bachelor knight in Christendom. Will you welcome the most renowned Lancelot du Lac?
So Clive Hart riding as Lancelot du Lac, a figure that needs no introduction, and certainly don't introduce him to your wife, but the very figure of romantic chivalry, riding the fantastic Spanish horse Charlemagne. And he too has secured a victory this weekend, so another one to watch.
But gentlemen, do not think that I would disappoint you either, for I bring you the finest lady jouster this realm has produced, Miss Lisa Dixon, the Wyvern!
Here she comes, the Wyvern, currently wearing her hat, and who can blame her before she puts on the incredibly heavy bassinet helmet I've told some of you about, riding this Irish, mighty Irish, purebred draft horse, Pericles.
And our final knight to appear in the tilt yard. Some call him the Woodwoes, some the green man who lives in the forest. he that is carnal in nature and lustful by his blows. But we can only know him as the Wild Man.
Now, Stephen Lawton riding another Spanish mount, Gazara Nuevo. A very, very hot-tempered mount indeed. And the Wild Man made it to the final yesterday afternoon.
You're welcome, sir.
Representing the wildness in man's nature, for which a knight must tap into in order to get the fury for warfare, but must also control.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all our knights are gathered before you. Choose your champions, choose them well. Cheer for them, for the faster they go, the more you cheer. So, if anyone has a flag, wave it now. I think, knights, you are all equally represented today. So for now, knights, warm your horses to the lists, marshals to your stations, and let's be about today's business. Ladies and gentlemen, it only remains me to explain how this contest will be scored. Each of our knights will be armed with a lance made of wood, and he will attempt to break that lance upon each other's bodies. If the lance strikes to the arm, they are given 1 point. To the body, they are given 2 points. To the shield, 3 points. And for the helm, the hardest of strikes, if they break their lance, they will be awarded 4 points. If a knight is unhorsed, his armour and horse is forfeit to his beaster. All other decisions will be given as and when they occur. Herald?
Thank you, Knight Marshal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last day of this summer's jousting season, and I want you to celebrate it with us by raising your voices to the heavens and supporting our knights as they attempt to smash 7 shades of chivalry out of each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you excited? Are you ready to hear the thundering of mighty hooves? Are you ready to see the splintering of lances? The glorious sight of knights in shining armour?
Our first 2 knights, Argo and Lancelot. Your first of 2 courses, please. They say, allez!
And here they go, ladies and gentlemen. And that patience shown by the Argo in correcting his horse rewards him with the first lance broken of the day. Give him a huge cheer, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine the pressure on the first run of having to control your horse like that. That was superb work by Dan Calvert.
Lancelot raised his lance at the last second. He was not prepared to engage. However, I felt he was committed to the course. He gains no points. For the Argo, a strike to the shield, 3 points.
Versus the Wyvern.
They say, allez!
Here they go, ladies and gentlemen. Cheer them on. And we have a broken lance for Lancelot. There's a clue in the name. So give him a cheer on the beautiful Charlemagne. Now Lancelot wearing an armour styled after a German armour, in contradiction to the rest of our knights wearing Italianate armours.
Wild Man is armed. Listen! Allez!
Here they go.
Kick on!
And again, neither of our knights finding the target.
When you're ready, Lacey! 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 Alley!
Lancelot versus the Wild Man. Will you cheer for Lancelot? Will you cheer for the Wyvern?
They say, ole!
Cheer them on! Let's find out who wins this. Will you cheer for Lancelot?
When you're ready, they say, ole!
Come on, Wyvern. Oh, and
they say, ole!
here they go. Let's see a strike. We've got a broken lance. Lancelot has broke his lance. He thinks it all over. But what would a Knight Marshal say?
For the Wyvern, she did not lower her lance. We can award no points. But for Sir Lancelot, a strike to the body and 2 points!
And 2 points wins this round for Sir Lancelot, giving him his second victory this weekend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this has been a joust where our horses have become more and more excited over the weekend, challenging our knights even as they themselves become more tired from riding in that heavy armour, and yet not once have our knights thought of anything but the safety and well-being of their horses. So give them all a round of applause for their care for these wonderful animals.
Indeed. 3 days of jousting certainly takes its toll. But ladies and gentlemen, please give your applause for the Wild Man, the Wyvern, the Argo, and your champion, Sir Lancelot du Lac. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank our herald, Mr. Nigel Amos, and the Mowbrays, our musicians, but we save our biggest round of applause for those that do our bidding and work the hardest. Will you please welcome and thank our beautiful horses.